Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again to Mumbocraft. I hope you're doing fine today, and if you ain't, I hope the days get better for you. And today is a good day for me because I'm in a good mood. I'm ready to build some lovely stuff in here, and as well getting most of this done basically. I know it seems it's massive, but it actually isn't that bad. Of course, there's still a ton of detailing to do, but besides the detailing, what we actually need, we need to do a little bit of detailing in the walls. That will not be done because that is an entrance to a mine area, so we will save that to when we do all the mines. Same over here, this area. In between over here, let's just get over there. You can see we got a little bit, but the rest will be waiting, so to say. This whole area from this point over to there will be done. I fixed this in just a couple of minutes before. Most of this area is done, so we actually only need this little part for the decoration purpose of the sides. This part over here down to there. And then this whole side is actually done. From that point over there all the way down to the dam down there, and then we of course still need to do this part over here. So we got some things to do because I want to get that done, so we can say that the structural part of this quarry is done. That the whole sides and the whole I can say that it. I'm not even sure what I'm trying to say. That it's. I don't need to dig anymore. That's probably what I'm trying to say. Oh, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that, to be able to say this is more or less done all over the place. So we only need to do some roads and do some decoration and build some mines and such, and that's smaller and more easy to do. And of course the ruins in here, we need to do the ruins as well. We don't want to forget those. But yeah, last time we built a river down here, we did some decoration on this part over here. So we are set structural more or less complete. We still need this part over here and this part over here and a little bit here, but that is more or less it. So let's start by getting these walls in place over here so we can see how that will look. Water! Oh no! I get now I'm clean. I don't like that. Oh yeah, let's start with some walls over here. Okay. First step is done, and it's looking splendid. I'm so chuffed, man. It's it's coming together. Oh, it's a wonderful feeling when you got some very, big plans. And yeah, this is generally a big project, and you can just see that it's slowly coming together. I know we worked a lot on it, of course, but again, now that the structure and the structural process more or less is done, it really helps a lot. So we got this place down here, and that could be a little twerking here and there. Tweaking a little bit of things. Not twerking. Jeepers. Jeepers! What's wrong with me and my language? We are tweaking some things, of course. And over here as well, doing a little bit, might tweak a thing or two. Adding some coarse dirt, a little bit of dead bushes and something like that in there. I haven't done that little corner down there because I will wait for the building on top. We got to build a building up there. I want to wait for this to get in place so I can kind of landscape this the right way around that building, so to say. So we are waiting on that. But this whole area, all the way now, except for the mines and that little area just shown, is done. And I still can fly. It's done. We got more or less, I would say, 70% of the structural part of this quarry in place. It's awesome. Oh, I just can't wait. I just can't wait to get this done. I just can't get enough. And I still can't sing. Anyway, what I thought could be nice now is if we added in this. You can see this is kind of, if you look at it, it's kind of a little place for itself. So I thought if we could kind of took this and turned it up and made it complete. Made it finished a little chunk here, adding in the stone and a little bridge coming down there and over this area. I think that could be nice, just to finish things off. Apparently I was not allowed to do what I did because Matt seemed to prank me with some cobweb. Oh, I was a fool! Oh, why did I not think about that? Let's move. I need to sort these out. These are one heck load of junk. I got the place over there. Let's just take a look on it a little bit. I'll need to grab. Yep. Cobweb. I can use that. That's a nice little detailing feature to have cobwebs. So, dip. There we go. Thank you, whoever that was. Kindly appreciated. Okay, so let's take a look. Yeah, it's probably Gareth. I think we should add in a little bit of dirt to the build. And where is my coarse dirt? Where is my coarse dirt? Have you seen my coarse dirt, guys? Ladies, gentlemen, anyone? Am I completely out of? Oh, there we were. The last box, of course, always the last box. It's a paradox. It will always be in the last box you check. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Get out of here. Wonderful. So I got this little. I'm not quite satisfied yet. It's still a little bit too rocky, so to say. I would like to add a little bit of dirt here and there. A little bit, not much, you know. It's, you can say, the general idea here is that our little quarry is of course, whoops, not you, is of course in the ground, and you can say up here where we got the river, it will make sense that it is lush and green and such. And we will of course incorporate that on the whole top floor here, because it's the closest one to the ground level, so to say, of the surrounding area. But as we move down a little bit, down to this section down here, it will be much more stony and much less green, because now we are approaching the center of the earth. Oh, I know it's not that dramatic, but you get the point. It's we are moving downwards into the earth, which means there will of course be more stones and such. So that is one of the things that we'll have to take in consideration when we build this. And I would like you to go over there, and maybe you and you. Oh, there as well. Wonderful. Just to add in a little bit, because again, even though we say that we want this to be more stony, we also want to take in consideration that the river. When there's a river, there is typical life and greenery, because let's face it, water is good for plants. We for some reason we can't get around that. It's also good for us. Remember to drink your water. But yeah, so adding in a little bit of green around the place would make sense. But what I want to do is try and avoid having too much of it from now on, because again, even though this might give sense, we are moving down into the earth, and we need to symbolize that when we build. Otherwise, the building and the area wouldn't make sense when you were looking at it, because you were like, why is there greenery when we are down in the earth? And that's a good question. So we want to do something maybe a little here and there. Oh, bad. Oh, even more bad. Oh, I destroyed everything. Oh no! We can fix that. But yeah, adding a little bit, you can say like that. That's good. Not much, but that helps a little bit. And when we get to this section down here, we will add in some rough pathways from this section over to that section, and also over to that section over there. But in general, that would just be stone and stone structures down here. So yeah, that's progress is strong. I like how this came along. That we got this little section in place. However, what I want to do now is I really want to get that part over there, that big chunk, so to say, over there done. And I know it sounds like a crazy job, and it is a crazy job, because it probably won't work out, and I'll just give up in the middle. And the reason for that is, you know, this is such a huge build. And it's kind of complicated if you look at it, because what we've got over here is we can't have these straight walls. That wouldn't make sense at all. That wouldn't make any sense. What instead, let me just, ouch. I want you there, don't I? Yep, I do. Good, that should help on that. And now we can get up. Wonderful. Okay, back up here. I found my way out again. But yeah, if you look at this place, and stop banging our head on invisible rocks, apparently. This place over here can be more or less simple to do, because we got the retaining walls in place. That will help a lot. And that section up there is also kind of easy because it isn't that huge. But we got this over here. That's gonna be interesting for me to do, because how do we incorporate that, and especially how do we make that make sense? Ow! I can't fly apparently. Oh. When we need to curve it around here and incorporate it into this section as well, and that's why I can't figure it out. Oh, it's one of the reasons why I keep pushing that away, and I don't know that I want to do it. I will skip this little part. I'll probably do that part over there because that seems doable. I can kind of figure that out how I want to do it, but this last section there, I'm not yet. I haven't figured out yet. Do you have any suggestion how to do that? That would be lovely. And make sure to leave a comment about that, because I can't seem to do it myself, apparently. So yeah, let me get cracking on this part over here, which I can't do and which I know how to do. And we can have a little look on when it's done. I must admit that I find this little part trickier than it just thought it should be. You can see what I got here is I kind of expanded this and got this section done, because I thought this is annoyance if I can get this done, because it needs to get done due to this part over here, and partly also to the river. So we actually got that in place now. This I'm not sure about. It works, it's structural fine, it makes sense how it is at the moment. Yet, I kinda missed something about it, and I'm not sure what it is. But I kinda feel like it's a little bit too... I'm not sure how to describe it, but it works, but then again, there's a lot of these things. Maybe it helps when we get all of the andesite and the cobblestone and such, and that probably will do a lot. But at the moment, you can say structural, we are making progress. We are getting a lot of blocks in place, and that is really good. Of course, there's always the decoration part. That will always be a hassle to get that right. But again, if we do our best, we can't do anything more than that. And I just hope that the basic is good enough for you guys, that you like what we are doing here. So I think I will just get all the small parts in with the cobble here and there, some andesite and all of that lovely stuff. And that should hopefully help us in deciding whether this works or not. And I think actually when we got that in place, we can decorate most of the top part here and most of the area down there up to the river. So we got more or less everything in place. So that shouldn't be that bad actually. So let's get that in place first of all, and we can take a look at the decoration afterwards. I don't. Apparently, I don't know. Putting in all the slabs and such helped a ton. It helped a ton. But what I tried to achieve here was still need this part. But whenever there's a little bit of a flooding going on because it's raining too much and too much water pouring through, flooding this area, kind of added in this little water bed or something over here, so a little bit of water basically, to kind of stimulate that sometimes things gets flooded in here. But I'm not sure if that works, but I kind of want to let it be at the moment. But what we will do now is kind of take a little bit of flooded pattern from this area all the way over here. And this is of course because whenever this area gets flooded up here, where will the water go? Some of it will go in now down there, but most of it will probably flood through this side here and end down at this point. So I think adding in this like this basically, adding in this pattern down at this section, right up to where we got our border for the, what do we call that thing again? A monument? No, not monument. What is this? It's a rune. It's a rune. I can't, for some reason I forgot that. Yeah, but adding in that pattern over here, I think that would make sense and add a little bit of the detail to this area. So I think that should be the next step to kind of get in place here. And I still need to figure out a way to connect that road up to there and take a road and lead it down through this system over to there. But I'm not sure that is actually something we want to do. But yeah, let me try it first of all and get this little part in place, because it's after all quite simple. It doesn't take much, you know, just going around, punch out a couple of blocks here and there and replace them with something else. Mostly coarse dirt and small water pockets and something like that all the way around, and you got yourself a lovely little flooded area for your build. So that actually is quite simple to make if that is what you so desire. So yep, let me do that in just a little bit. We still need some of the pot salt as well. Wonderful. You can go there, the pot salt can go there, and you also get wet sometimes, and you do as well, like that. Wonderful, wonderful. As you can see, quite simple to do. Doesn't take much thinking actually. It's just a matter of plopping down some blocks wherever you actually see them fit. And that is now in place. It didn't take long, as you can see. Adding this a little bit of overflow-like feel to it. Apparently I moved all of my blocks, so you get that one instead. So yeah, I think the last little thing we need to do is, of course, the greenery around this place, because we can't have an area which is flooded with no life. That wouldn't make sense at all, if you think about it, because water is the essence of life, especially for plants, and just as much as for us human beings. We can't work without water either. So yeah, I think adding in a bit of life around this place is a necessity to make this a little bit more realistic. And it, again, is quite simple. It's a matter of just going around, putting down some things around, and yeah, bone meal here and there. Make it grow big and tall, and that's more or less it. It actually isn't that much, but it gives just the right amount of feel for it. And especially over here we need something that has grown, because it got a lot of water. Like that. Wonderful. And you can go at one as well. Yeah, there we go. Wonderful, wonderful. Maybe one there and there. I think that's good. I think this is really, really good. And I need one there as well. Good, and there. Yeah. Things are coming together just nicely. Maybe a little one of you there. One of those there, and pop you up like that. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Things are really, really coming together now. I like it. But still, I think we need a little bit of sugar cane as well. That should do the trick. 2 sugar cane in place. I'll wait for them to grow a little bit higher, and then I will put in a string here and there, just so they don't grow too high. But I think this is good, and it's kind of tight, this whole place together. If you come from over here, you see this whole section seems valid enough. Maybe we add in a little bit of greenery down to the river. That would definitely make sense, that there's life down at the river. Some bone meal as well. Come on. Boop. Yep. Good. That works. I would say that works. And that definitely makes sense, because why wouldn't there be plants around the river? So yeah. So we actually got a lot of things together now. I made a huge progress in this area. I think that is really, really lovely. I'm kind of happy. I'm really, really happy about this. Oh, look at that. Coming together just nicely. Awesome! Okay. I think the next part is the pathway. I put in an example here. I really think that it's looking nice with the planks to walk on, and you can say everything else kind of being trampled down really lovely. And some little bit of greenery here and there just to add it in. And I think now that we got that in place, we can kind of remove all of these stone bricks to open up the area a little bit. Wonderful. And we of course do a little bit of decoration around the mines as well. Otherwise that wouldn't make any sense to have. So yeah, that's wonderful for this area. I think what we will kind of do, maybe add a rock there. That would probably make sense. But besides, I saw you. Hello, green blob. I don't want to play with you. So I think we are more or less ready to put in the roads everywhere we need. If you think about it, We got this section sorted out. We got the decoration field over there sorted out. We got more or less all of the sides sorted out. And we got everything else sorted out in terms of where things will go. So I think we are actually in a good position to put in our pathways. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about in regards of that is, of course, pathway down there and how to get down there. I haven't actually figured that out just yet. I might do a little bit of pathway walking down this side here, kind of zigzagging down, something like that. I'm not sure. I'll figure that out at some point. But the pathways otherwise in this system should be more or less ready to roll, and I think adding it through this middle section would make sense. So I think we should do that and maybe add in a little bit of little over here. I know we just did this, but I think adding in something like that. No, adding in a little bit of not a bridge, but yeah, kind of a bridge, like we did over there, from this section up there to this section up here, and then we can at some point later add the one out of this area. I think that will be nice, and that will also connect everything together. And I think that's great. So let's get cracking on that and see how the road system looks. Okay. I think I got it. We got some pathways in now, and as you can see, it looks lovely. I think we should maybe add a tiny bit amount more of the pathways, but other than that, I think this is looking really, really lovely. I like how it comes together. At the moment, of course, it looks a little plain. I know. Mainly, I think this is too much grass. We need to switch that up a little bit. Coarse dirt. There we go. Wonderful. Much better. And coarse dirt. Yeah. That's doable. Maybe we just add in some more stone like that. Wonderful. But yeah, this area is now coming together just lovely. Hello, slime. But of course, at the moment, if you look at this, you're probably thinking it's just a plain thing in the middle of a plain area. I know at the moment it's looking a little bit plain. That's the point, because we want this to be kind of boring to look at until we got this whole. You can call it our ruin. That's just, of course, still what it is. But when we build this will make much more sense around here. Because I will agree, at the moment, it looks a little bit too flat. And I didn't get that thing built yet because I ran out of time, so to say. Sorry about that. But we will, of course, get it done. Maybe not in the next, but we will get it done without doubt. Because we want to finish this project. And we have moved closer to that than ever before. And to be very honest with you, I hope you like it. I really hope you like what we got going here, because we transformed this whole area all the way around. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wonderful. Nearly forgot it. We need to put in some of these guys over here, just to add a little bit of love. Wonderful. I think that is really good. Lovely. So yeah, we got a lot of things done, a lot of structural things in place now. And that is just awesome, to be very honest with how much work we got going at the moment now. I really, really love it. And I hope you love it too. I hope you like this quarry project in general. Let me hear, what do you say to it? Do you got any suggestions, ideas, whatever? I really want to hear about them. But ladies and gentlemen, that was all I got time for today. Sad to say, but time moves apparently when you're having fun. So have you liked this episode? Make sure to hit that like button. Have you really liked it? Make sure to subscribe so you can follow the process on us building this thing. Yeah, look at that. That is awesome. That is seriously awesome. Oh, and of course, any comments, suggestions, ideas, make sure to leave them down in the comment section. And until I see you again, ladies and gentlemen, may you have some very fine days ahead of you. Bye bye.